So glad back again with another video, and it is well, building time back again. Yes, this is a series that pretty much is not going to get mentioned very much on my channel, but oh well, we are here, and I'm joined with my co-host, TheBotBuilder.
Hello, I'm here again.
How do you feel since the last episode didn't go your way?
I'm it came down to a coin toss, and I'm not really that mad that you won, because it's a coin. It's a coin.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares enough to watch this series enough to be able to have proper votes with, like, at least 20 people.
To watch the series, please vote, because the overall total amount of votes that I've had over the course of the series is like
5.
5, yeah, 5. Like,
oh, right on the dot, baby. Let's go.
Well, speaking of which, we have another special guest. And please welcome, perhaps the one that inspired my channel, plus the one I ripped off the most, TheBotBuilder. Hello.
Now listen, this ain't no make-believe. Come on, open your eyes and see.
Okay, that's enough from you.
Get us to follow me, because I'm gonna show you what the future will.
Okay, yeah, that's enough from you. That's enough from you. Anyways, building time episode 3, so I guess somehow I won on a stupid coin toss.
You're so rude, Crystal. I have emotions, you know.
You do know that wasn't me that muted you, right?
Oh, of course it was that. Right, you know, it's always the Americans. Always with the Americans. The only American you can trust is John Morrison. I'm recording. Don't take that seriously, people.
I'm recording.
Please don't take it seriously. This is all a joke.
I'm gonna cut this out.
Yeah. Please do.
No, I'm not. It's funny.
Anyways, somehow I won over a coin toss last time, which meant I got to choose the theme.
I hate this game.
Which, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. How do you guys feel with the theme of ancient history?
Well, I love history. Used to grow up watching horrible histories all the time when I was a kid. So I think I could do pretty well in here. History is, of course, one of the subjects I picked for GCSEs and all of that.
Hi, Apple. You're a bit late.
And someone just joined who's not even meant to be in the episode. Okay.
Apple, we're recording.
Hi, Apple.
There we go.
I'm very sorry about that. Unfortunately, I used my big, strong mod powers to disconnect him from the call. So we won't be getting any more interruptions for a while. Why am I acting like an anime character? This is actually really cringeworthy. Look.
Yeah, cringe. Thanks, but
Okay, TheBotBuilder, just say your opinion on ancient history.
please do.
It is history, and it is old.
Lovely.
That is indeed what the words history and ancient mean.
Yes. See?
Easily do.
Alright, well...
You guys ready for this?
Absolutely not.
1 hour of extravaganza.
Absolutely
I
not.
actually am. I'm quite excited. I have a pretty good idea, which I can't wait to share.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Hopefully it goes that way within the hour.
Alright.
If you all knew, I'll just say, if you all knew the series, we only have 1 hour to build a robot from the theme, and of course, earlier on is ancient history.
Yeah, if I don't finish it in time, you'll probably see it on my random bot showcase. Shameless plug. Shameless plug for my channel. Please subscribe. I'm very close to 300, please. I want to get to 300.
Please get to 300 subs, please.
Yeah, so I can stop begging about it and pissing people off.
Anyway,
Okay.
you guys, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Anyway.
3, 2, 1. Let the build off commence.
Big booty bitches!
TheBotBuilder out.
Ancient history time. Oh yes. Okay, so I guess somehow I won in a coin toss. So, now I'm using this pizza box to make this next creation. Hopefully it'll be well. My plan is to use this along with it. Let's hopefully go this the right way. Okay, so I've got the base plate done. I've got the wheels drawn on there. Sort of a bit of a rough sketch, but it'll do for right here. The spinner, I'm hoping could be a good vertical spinner. I've always had an idea to use this spinner as a vert when I got it. So yeah. Also, it is a bit of Chinese, I think. Chinese or Japanese, either one of the two there. Anyway, dragons have always been like ancient history, sort of like that. So that's sort of the way I'm going for it. So I'm going for like a big dragon vert. So yeah, that's the plan there. So I've added the back panels, got the back rear parts. I've now done the side parts, which are going to be a little bit more longer at the front. So then I can sort of have a little bit more room for the vertical spinner to play in to effect, and also maybe have a nice deep plow there. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so here's a little update here. I've got the front panels, got like the front side panels, and I've got the mounts for the spinner, which I have measured, and was that a little bit smaller? Yeah. So I've had a measure of this and should be fine. I don't really know how well this is going to work, but this is the risk I'm going with. So now let's go to colouring this thing in. Okay, this is the look I have gone for the moment here. So this is going to be an interesting style here for the robot. So I am missing a few details. I'm missing the top panels. I'm sort of missing the front wedgelet, but it's mainly getting the machine to get together, so then I can actually do it. So then I can actually finish the thing off in the hour. If I have the hour time, then I can come back to here, redo the top panel and the wedgelet and the wedge. If I don't have the time, well, it's gonna have to come down to that, I'm afraid. I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible. So I've cut out almost everything except for that. I'm gonna be attaching everything on. Go for that. Trying to line up as careful as possible there, and then try and attach the spinner on. So let's get to it. Alright, I've got the shape sort of done there, and I'm kind of alright. I'm kind of alright with it. I just need to attach that part on there. So now I'm gonna cut those out and attach these and the front panel right there. We'll attach those parts there to the side, get that attached on, and then get the spinner sorted out. Let's go. I am cringing at this thing. Yeah. This thing is clearly going to get replay. Clearly going to get a full proper rebuild after this. Yeah, I'm taking this down after this. If you're watching this, and if you think about I'm going to do well, please don't vote for me. Please don't let this thing win. Well, I really don't have anything else I can properly do to put this thing finished together, so let's see what one of the two other winners will look like, because I know 100% that this thing is not going to win. This just turned into a fail.
Hey guys, TheBotBuilder's back, and welcome to my building blog of this building time. And I have a pretty good idea for a robot. Now, the theme is ancient history, and I'm actually going to be basing it off the Roman god known as Janus. You can see right here. He's a god with 2 heads. And I thought that would make a pretty good idea for a cluster bot. It is a Roman god. Hopefully I can make a cluster bot all within the hour. I do have a timer up here. Right there. I'm hoping to decorate it with the astrology sign for Janus as well. So yeah, let's just let the building commence with 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Okay, so the current plan for this so far is that I'm going to make the first half of Janus, because if I get one half of the cluster bot done in time, that will be good enough as is. This is going to be the rear hinge part. The other one will be front hinge, but I will do that when I have enough time. So yeah, as you can see, I got the Janus symbol right here. That's the flipper part. Got all the bodies ready as well. Yeah, I should start cutting out and sort of get the main body done. I did mess up a little bit here on that symbol, but let's not dwell on that. I've currently spent 10 minutes drawing out the body panels, so it's not looking too great. Well, look at that. I've already gone down 20 minutes, and I've just made the body for the first half of Janus, and currently it looks alright, but I'm not going to dwell on that for too long. Just going to make the flipper left now, and the first half of Janus will be complete. I would like to say more, but that clock is a lot more anxiety-inducing than you would think, trust me. Oh boy. And there we go, the first half of Janus is done, and in less than half an hour as well, and that bodes really well for when I get around to making the rear hinge flipper half. And as you see, of course, there is some photon inspiration with it here. Very similar design. I have a 5 piece to weigh the flipper down. Haven't tested the flipper out yet, so let's test it out here on, because it's Carnage's YouTube channel, let's test it out on one of his robots. Let's test it out on Skynet, right here. Another middleweight. This is a new Skynet. I will be showing it off in Random Bot Showcase, and yeah, the flipper works fine. It's not the most powerful, it's not quite photon levels, but it does the job. It does the job as a flipper, and it can self-right as well. So yeah, now let's go ahead and make the front hinge flipper part of Janus. Right, and look at that. I've already we're already halfway there. Only 26 minutes left. But I'm not too worried actually, because I've already got all the panels out drawn, and the symbols are way better than that rubbish. But because I'm not rushing as much, because I'm not too worried about it, especially considering the way I've drawn it. I'm hoping to just be able to fold these bits together just to put them all in place, and yeah, I'll just get back to you once I've done the body. My gamble of folding all the pieces in place have worked. Yes, and well, with like 20 minutes left, I'm not that worried. Right, and now the body is all attached together, right here. Look at them, side by side, but Janus is looking good. But there's one last thing left to do for this. It's the 20th robot as well, fun fact. That's quite cool. Of course, rear hinge Janus was number 19. The front hinge one is going to be number 20. But it's not quite the front hinge one yet, as I haven't stuck the flippers on yet. But I'm going to do that now. Slight adjustments. First of all, to the rear hinge Janus, I've given it a bit of clear card just so it can get underneath things much easier, because it actually was struggling to get underneath Skynet a bit. So let's just get Skynet back for yet another test. Very sorry, Crystal, but look, it can get underneath it much easier and can flip them over a lot better now. And as for the front hinge Janus, it's got another bit of clear plastic, just so it can actually get underneath things, which it can do very easily. But I got to make the front hinge flipper of it now. I did admittedly get a bit sidetracked, because I saw the empty box with a BattleBots Rivals pack, saw the clear bit of plastic, thought I could use that, and I did. But now I got to make the rear hinge flipper of Janus, and it will be done. And there we go, front hinge Janus is now complete, and it's got a nice front hinge flipper right here, and look at that.
completed it with 10 minutes to spare, which is very impressive. Did these both in 50 minutes, thereabouts. So of course, we've already tested out the flipper of that Janus, but this one, right here, front end flipper one, it looks pretty effective. It can self-right as well. Sort of a bit of inspiration from Arm and Agentum from, which is World of Woodrow's machine as well, of having a rear hinge flipper and a front hinge flipper both as cluster bots, but of course also because the Roman god Janus had 2 heads, and I thought it would work. So now let's test out the front hinge flipper on Paralyze. Hey look, I rebuilt Paralyze as well, so it actually looks like the real life Paralyze. You will be seeing, I've also upgraded Blue Boy, upgraded to I'm Blue Bitch, and Spinning Hazard, so the spinner is actually good. You'll be seeing all these, the updates I've made to the Robo Reads on Random Bot Showcase this month, at the end of this month. So here is the front hinge flipper of Janus. It's probably going to get have a tough time getting underneath Paralyzed, but there we go. It can flip. It's basically a lot more controlled than the high-flying, ridiculous flipper power of the rear hinge one, as you can see. So yeah, I do have a bit of time to kill, so I'm just going to say my final thoughts. Overall, for a machine that took only an hour to make, I'm really happy with how both Januses have came out on top. I'm going to call it rear hinge Janus and front hinge Janus. I did also get sort of the theming of the god quite nicely, the 2 heads as a cluster bot, and the symbols on the side. So it does have quite of that ancient history theming to it. I think I used the theming very well. The weapons are quite effective. They're good size. And while, yeah, it was quite nerve-wracking at the beginning, the 1 hour time limit, once I finished the first Janus and I had like 35 minutes left to go, I sort of just didn't feel as panicky when making the second one. So yeah, and overall I think it turned out well. Will I win? I don't think so. But it would be nice to see how I do. So yeah, and that kind of does it for my segment of this. If you haven't already, my name is TheBotBuilder. I do very similar content to Crystal Carnage, and I'm getting really close to 300 subscribers. I'm on 291 at the minute, so do go, if you haven't already, do go check out that channel and give it a subscribe if you like what you see. And see if we can get me to 300 subs so I can stop begging people for subscribers. I also have a Twitter account called Toxic Seahorse Best Boy. Please do go check it out. Currently doing a rundown of every WWE champion, giving my thoughts and opinions on all of them. Currently at Kane, actually, with his one-day reign as WWE champion. As well as my Wattpad account, do go give that a follow. Currently writing a story on there called The Industry. And I have my own Discord server of my own, which is very active with our own fantasy tournaments. So yeah, if you haven't done that, do go check all those out. You can also check out my old podcast I did during 2020, which I ended. It's a laugh. It's not very good, but it's a laugh. So yeah, that kind of does it for this video. And depending on where you're watching this, let's go check out how TheBotBuilder and Crystal Carnage are doing.
Cool, it's rolling. It's rolling. Just wait for it to boot up. Wait for it to...
Hour is up, or we all finish within the hour.
Yeah.
Actually finished in less than an hour.
Yeah, we all finished less than an hour. So, Builderboy, how did your build go?
Pretty smoothly. I had all the parts I needed. And I even took some time to give it some decorative bits that won't be a part of the actual bot, but I used it for the photo shoot. Because that's going to be the picture that I submit.
DBB, how was yours?
It actually went a lot better than I expected. I was a bit nervous at first, and the time limit was quite nerve-wracking, but I eventually sort of got the sort of building vibe back, and I was able just to get out, and I'm quite happy with the end product, actually.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you two had a good time here, because I had a shit break.
Oh no.
That is very bad. Very bad.
Yeah, generally, I'm looking at it right now and I want to destroy it.
Just make it fight Sparks or the artifact, your new robot
It's
that you
not
have.
even going to have a fight before it's rebuild.
Oh god. Is that bad,
Yeah, it's that bad. Okay, let me get this out. Let me get out of the way. I'll show my one off first.
Okay.
Alright.
Generally, you're going to see why it's bad.
Okay.
Alright, where is it?
I'm prepared.
Oh shit, wrong chat.
Okay, that's fantasy fights.
Incredible!
He doesn't want to show it, that's why I put it in fantasy fights.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm really curious now, like, because it probably isn't going to be as bad as you're saying it is.
Oh, that doesn't look too bad.
That doesn't look as awful as you was making it out to be.
That actually looks really good. That's
I mean,
it.
there is...
It is so bad.
What? It
I mean,
looks
there
good.
is room for improvement, but for something that took an hour, it's not actually
Yeah, it's
as
not
atrocious as you was making it out to be.
That's not a bad
Oh
game.
yeah, I had a resting place.
But I can see why you want to improve it.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Doesn't look too secure, I will be honest.
It's not looking
Oh.
bad.
What's the name of it? Can you give it a name?
It was meant to be like Dragon's Reputation or something like that.
Dragons.
It's just, my entire name for ancient is like dragons.
Ah.
Like
Yeah, ancient folklore.
dragon sign.
It looks good. I don't think it's as bad as he said it was. It just needs a
Shall
little
I
bit
go
of...
next?
Alright.
Yeah, you go,
Go
next,
next.
please. Get this thing out of the way. Please don't let it win.
Oh, goodness.
So, here is Janice.
Ooh!
Feeling here. Because Janice is a...
Nice!
Because Janus, I want to explain sort of the feeling here. Because, for those who don't know, Janus is a Roman god, the Roman god of future or something like that. And that's what the month of January is named after. And the god himself had two heads. One of them was looking in the past, and one of them was looking in the future.
Very smart.
So, as a result, I thought it would be clever to make it a cluster bomb.
That is
I
smart.
made one of them a front hinge flipper, and one of them a rear hinge flipper. And of course, the little symbols I have on the side is actually the star sign for Janus.
That
Sort
is
of a famous
nice.
star sign.
That's actually very nice. Better than mine.
It looks good. It looks good.
Rip off Cobalt.
Alright.
And fun fact, the front hinge flipper of Janus is the 20th robot I've made this month, this year. So,
Nice.
That's actually very good.
Thank you very much. I was surprised I was able to make a cluster bot within the hour time limit.
Alright, well, I have mine. It is... So, there it is. Just... There it is.
It reminds me of a mix of Hammer Time and Hefty.
Yeah.
MIU4 series.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's called Prehistoric Pounder because, you know, back in the time where dinosaurs ruled in their heyday, and then all of a sudden they got wiped out. But what were they wiped out by? Scientists still don't really know, but it's pretty much almost always agreed on that it was an asteroid. That's why I took the power of that asteroid, made it the hammerhead, and make it pound other bots into extinction.
Very nice. I do quite like the look of that thing, actually.
Thank you.
It's a very nice film.
Here, I have
So we know who. So we have
Cleaner.
very good looking machines here. One of very effective looking cluster bot.
There's a cleaner
One
pick.
is probably like an absolute beast of hammer, and one who is definitely not gonna win with a crack spinner.
What? It looks good.
Everyone vote for Crystal.
He needs to...
Please don't, no. No, please no. I'm generally serious, please don't.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, totally kidding.
No, vote for me, because I am the bot builder, the greatest fan-made robot boss producer on the... I'm kidding. I'm not.
I I'm the only one. I'm the only one that has actually entered Lego builds into building time.
Because my Lego skills are rubbish. I got such little Lego, I just panic.
Oh yeah, do you see? Wait, guys. Do you see the pieces? Like, look at the bottom part of the frame. Yeah, I decided to put that there because why not? Nice texture.
I'm gonna have a fun time watching your build diary of this, Crystal.
This thing is almost coming off.
I'm not even allowed to speak in my videos because YouTube just gets rid of my fucking comments.
Just swear! Lol. Oh my god.
When was this video ever not PG guidance?
Never.
Yeah.
You know what? I should.
You've sworn already on my channel before.
Yeah. Well, rip.
I certainly said I've sworn as well.
Yeah. You know what? Screw YouTube.
Disappointment. That's gonna be the outro.